Thank you, everybody. Folks, as you saw right there, Sir Joseph Bannister, the former gun-carrying IRS special agent with the Criminal Investigation Division of the IRS. This man used to put people in prison over taxes. He became one of my students in 1997, and they wrote a book about it, The Income Tax of Fraud, and Freedom Law School helped publish that book for him. The IRS did not answer him. He demanded the answer. They didn't answer. And then later on, they tried to put him in jail instead, but not for not having filed and paid income tax. I'll show you how to get out of the matrix of the IRS lies and fraud. First of all, I only have 25 minutes. I apologize. I'm going to go through a quick laser. But later on, I'll be available this weekend to do several presentations where I will give you much more beef and detail slower. So hang in for a ride. This income tax reward has been there for over 20 years. IRS has been spying on me since 1993 as a criminal target. Yet, none of them has been able to ever claim this reward. None of them even tried to do that, folks. Okay? And the receipt reward right there. We don't have time to get into that, but there is no law requiring the average American to file and pay their federal income tax. Okay? Let's see if I do this thing right. All right. The clicker's not working, guys. Can somebody help me with the clicker from the stage, perhaps? All right. Okay. Oh, here we go. So there's, that's Joe Bannister. So here we go. Yep, he was, in 4 years, he put 5 years, he put 4 small business owners in jail for filing 1040 income tax confession forms. So I guess a little slow clicker we got here. Let's see if we can do it faster. One more time. Okay, here we go. Now, when you follow that, here's the thing, folks. When you follow 1040 income tax confession form, you think, I'm just signing a piece of paper. Oh, it doesn't matter. Not important. False. You read it. You are signing under penalties of perjury, under oath, before a judge and a jury, that everything on it is true, correct, and complete. One little thing off, you can go to prison. You put the rope around your head, hang it in like millions of Americans, let the IRS pick on him, her, or you, and then put you in prison. And that's what they do on a regular basis. That's exactly how the system works. The very act of filing a 1040 confession form puts you in the most risky, dangerous position you can be. You don't believe me? Look, this is what the chief judge of U.S. Tax Court did, Krupa, okay? You think it's a safe way to file? I don't want to get in trouble. I'm just going to keep filing my tax returns. Somebody tells me, I'm going to keep filing. Well, she did that. Most knowledgeable judge on the tax law filed and paid religiously every single year. Yet, when they came after her, did she fight it? Hey, I know the law. I'll tell the judge, I'll tell the jury that I did everything right. I played the deduction game, right? Claim this, the credit, do that schedule this way. I know all this stuff really good. She couldn't defend her 1040, pled guilty, and got 34 months in prison. If she can't get it right, how can you or your accountant or your tax lawyer do better than her, folks? You simply cannot do so. Okay, the battery might be low. Oh, here we go. That one, okay, thank you. So, folks, this is from IRS's own website, irs.gov. You see that, folks, okay? And this is total criminal cases, people that put in prison for year 2016, 15, and 14 up there, folks. Look at that. Total convictions a year is almost 3,000 people per year. Now, another page of the matrix of lies I brought you, it's totally someplace far away, the non-filer initiative. How many non-filers they put in jail? Well, look at that. The bottom, for the same 14, 15, 16 years, the convictions for non-filers is only less than 200. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, because everybody files and pay income tax. There's few people that don't file. If you don't file, you go to jail, right? Wrong. You'll see this letter right now in 1996 was written by the Department of Treasury, the IRS, to this guy in Oregon. I'm going to zoom in on that letter. What does it say on there? Look at that paragraph. based on our 1996 tax filing program, we, the IRS, estimate there are approximately 63 million taxpayers who have not filed a tax return and initially would appear to have a legal requirement to file. This estimate is based on data available to the service, the IRS, on the individual master file. The vast majority of this taxpayer, are due refunds. And look at that sentence underlined. Since we do not have sufficient resources to work 63 million potential non-filers, did you got that? We don't have enough resources to go after 63 million non-filers, they say, right? IRS uses statistical methodology based on algorithms and a selection code criteria to identify the population of non-filers on whom it will create a case. And less than 200 people go to jail. 24 years ago, based on population growth, number of non-filers right now probably is about close to 80 million. But we do know that last year, only 140 million people filed the tax return. So roughly, out of 3 Americans who's legally required to file, 1 doesn't file for 2 that do file. Oh, wow. You didn't know that about the matrix, did you? Now I'm going to tell you more about the law. Law is a game of freedom. You need to know law, basics of law. Don't have to be expert like me. I'm going to make it easy for you folks. You can see it's going to be a revolution. Gutenberg Press was the father of the Protestant movement because for the first time the Bible was printed and everybody could read, hey, the bishop of the Catholic Church is now doing it by the Bible. Well, guess what? Now you don't have to go to a law library to look up these laws. It's right there on your fingertips, on your smartphone or personal computer. Look at this website. This is the official website of the lawyers, the Council of the United States House of Representatives. I'm going to show you laws from their website officially. And you can do it right now yourself if you want to go home. Go on your search engine, Google, Brave, whatever you use. Go down there. Put 26 USC, 61 house.gov. 26 space, USC space, 61 space, house.gov. What is this? There's 54 categories of federal law called the United States Code. USC for short. Category 26 is the Internal Revenue Code or the federal tax laws. So when you go on your search engine, type in 26 space USC, you're looking for the Internal Revenue laws. Then you put the section of the law. There's about 10,000 sections and many more subsections. You find that particular section of the law. Here we're going to look section 61. Here it is. The answer comes up just like me. You can click on what comes up. And here it is, folks, from the House of Representatives website, house.gov, right? Here it is, gross income defined. Now we're going to go a little bit more, zoom in on that. And whatever I'm highlighting blue in this presentation, read that. That's the relevant language. Here it is, gross income defined, right? Except as otherwise provided, gross income, means, so there it is, means all income from whatever source derived, including but not limited to the following items. 14 items. Guess what's missing from that list? Interest is there, rents, royalties, dividends, even fringe benefits are listed. But what is missing from there? Wages and salaries is not there. Whoa, that was an accident. Must be there, right? No, the law is what it is. What's not there is simply not there. I will show you, okay? Here it is, folks. Internal Revenue Code, section 7,701 on definitions. We're going to zoom in on this thing, okay? And here is on the definitions, folks. It says, when used in this title, look at these terms. Person is defined. partnership or partner, everything is defined specifically in the Internal Revenue Code, right? We're going to go and look at some of these definitions together, right? So look at that. A16 is withholding agent. You wage earner, salaried person, your boss is a withholding agent taking from your pay, right? Well, let's see what the law says. The term withholding agent means any person required to deduct and withhold any tax under provisions of Section 1441, 1442, 1443, or 1461. And of course, you're thinking, that's me. I work for ABC Company. That's me. I should be covered in these 4 sections, right? Well, let's find out. Oh, wait a minute. 1441, withholding of tax on non-resident aliens. Folks, I got to go. You can read that for yourself at home. Look it up. I got to go through headings, only no time. Okay? You're not a non-resident alien. Okay? If you're from Canada, live in Canada, get money from the United States, guess what? That applies to you. Okay? You live in Canada, get money from the United States, you are an alien, and you do not reside in America, right? But for Americans, doesn't apply. Let's go to, the next section, 1442. Withholding a tax on foreign corporations. Well, that's not you. We know that. How about 1443? Foreign tax or exempt organization. That's not you either. How about the last one? 1461. A liability for tax withheld. What it says is every person required to deduct and withhold any tax under this chapter is hereby made liable for such tax. In other words, if you withhold a tax from a foreigner, you have to now turn it over to the IRS. You're liable to pay that money over to the IRS, folks. Wow, that's it. You didn't realize that. Folks, people say, come on, Peymon. Obviously, it applies to everybody. These definitions are not restrictive. They include everything, obviously, right? Well, let's see. Let's look up a U.S. Supreme Court called Meese versus Keene. M-E-E-S-E, space, V period, K-E-E-N-E. Right? You can do it yourself. Search. It'll come up. Look it up like me. And now I have the relevant language of that U.S. Supreme Court case. You see a citation up there? It's a 1987 U.S. Supreme Court case up there. What does it say? It is axiomatic. What does axiomatic mean? Self-evident. Obvious. Look up the definition in the dictionary. That the statutory definition, that means the legal definition that a law is made. Statute means law. The legal definition of the term excludes unstated meanings of that term. So if it's not there, it's not there. Wages and income are not in Section 61. It's not there. Right? Americans to withhold money from paycheck, you're not there. You're not there. Right? And let's see what else the court say. It says, as judges and us as citizens, it is our duty to construe, which means interpret or understand, legislation, laws, as it is written, not as it might be read by a layman. You are a layman, average person. Or as it might be understood by someone like you who has never even read it. The law is what it says. These definitions are controlling. Okay? So let's go further for it. It's amazing, the matrix. Let's go, how about being 1099? How many small business owners we have in this audience? You involved in some kind of a trade or business of some sort? A construction contractor, computer programmer, small business owner, insurance agent, real estate agent. I'm involved in the trade and business, right? Are you supposed to 1099? People should 1099 you, right? You to the IRS, right? Wrong. I'll show you. IRS at the website, irs.gov, does tell you when you put on there, am I required to file a Form 1099 or other information return? Look, I'm going to go down the bottom. Look below that. Next page, zoom in on the bottom. Here we go. It says, if as a part of your trade or business. you made any of the following types of payments, then you got to 1099 other people. Oh, that's you, right? The small business owner? Wrong. Here is 7701 of the Internal Revenue Code, Section 826. Trade and business has its own specific definitions, my friends. Look at that, and you're going to have cognitive dissonance. You will not want to believe your eyes. The term trade or business includes the performance of the functions of a public office. Government workers, employees, judges, politicians, they are involved according to the law in a trade or business, not you, the small business worker, the independent contractor. You've been deceived, right? These are all in the law library. It's hard to look up these stuff. Now it's on your fingertips. Look at how about United States and state definition, right? What does United States mean? United States is 50 states, right? California, New York, Texas? Wrong. Here's 7701A 9 and 10. United States, the term United States, when used in a geographical sense, that's the only sense that really matters, right? What does that mean? It includes only the states and the District of Columbia. Well, maybe we should look up state. 50 states are in there, right? Well, it says the term state shall be construed to include the District of Columbia where such construction is necessary to carry out provisions of this title. Wow. The whole doggone thing was written to apply in Washington, D.C., to government workers, to non-resident aliens, folks. This is all hidden in the law library, folks. Let's look up another U.S. Supreme Court case, Gould versus Gould. G-O-U-L-D space, V period, space, G-O-U-L-D. Put it on the search engine. It'll come up. It's a 1917 U.S. Supreme Court case. Here it is, the relevant part. What does it say? See, you don't have to prove you don't owe any tax. They have to prove that you owe tax. That's what the Supreme Court says in this unanimous Supreme Court decision 9-0. It says, in the interpretation, or means understanding, of statutes, laws, levying taxes, imposing taxes. So in understanding laws that impose taxes, it is the established rule, well-known rule, not to extend their provisions, the provision of the tax laws, by implication. There's no tax by implying, 50 states must be in there. My wages and salaries are in there. No such thing. Beyond the clear import of the language used. The language clearly must show it. Or to enlarge the operations, the tax law, right, operation, as to embrace matters not specifically pointed out. If it's not specifically listed, it's not there. Now, if you're not sure, you're doubting it, well, the Supreme Court says, in case of doubt, they are construed or interpreted most strongly against the government and in favor of the citizen. Folks, it's not up to me to show you there's no law requiring to file income tax. It's up to them, the crooks in deep state, to show you are required to file pay income tax. And this stuff is there. And you should tell everybody about this. We've been lied to, deceived. Okay, folks, I don't have enough time. I gotta be finished in 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go laser. Freedom Law School, folks, is a source of freedom for all of you. I don't care if you are minimum wage, making 10 to 15 bucks an hour, unemployed, on Social Security. I want to help you be free. On the other hand, I have people that make high wage earners, business owners, and multimillionaires in this audience. All of you. You all have tools available to assist you live free. It's up to you. Number one is our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com, type in Freedom Law School, will come up, and you see under videos, a lot of videos. Look at this. If you want to know more about this topic, folks, here it is. I've done in the last a month and a half, no law requires the average American to file income tax in 4 parts already, okay? So I already jammed all this into this short presentation for you and then more. So find the one that's interesting to you, watch it. About the first hour is I cover the topic, then I go as long as it takes to answer everyone's question. So Thursday nights at 7 p.m., folks, I have this Freedom Hour. You got to be on there. By the way, we're going to be on BitChute and Brighteon because YouTube one of these days might just kick us out. So we're going to be there. So that's why you want to go to Freedom Law School's website. First of all, I'm doing a special one-day seminar. After 6 days, I'm doing no seminars. Why? I'm very busy. That's why. But I'm doing one in Tampa, Florida, February 29th, all day, okay, 9 to 5, for only $200 prepaid, $250 door, folks. You want to know more? That's the place you want to find. You came to Mexico, just come to Florida, okay? So you could do that, register for that, and then you go to Freedom Law School's website at livefreenow.org. Scroll down a little bit. Get on our email list. We'll educate you with regular lessons, not junk, real information. And in case YouTube cuts us off, we'll be in touch with you folks, okay? And click on the you want your free Freedom Education package sent to you. Okay, so that's a resource that every one of you should take advantage of, okay? Now, this is one of the most commonly asked questions people ask me. I'm a wage earner. How do I start withholding on my paycheck? On my W-4. Guess what? Under our educational materials tab, go down to how to stop income tax withholding through Congress. There's a page in there with instructions, sample letters. I've done Freedom Hours, which I show you exactly how to go through that process. So you don't have to call me and say, Peymon, how do I start withholding on my paycheck legally by following the law as published by Congress and the U.S. Supreme Court, as I showed you? It is in there, okay? So like I said, Thursday nights, 7 p.m., Eastern time zone, I do a live Freedom Hour. You want to be there? Listen, ask questions, or again, on our YouTube channel, ask any question that you want, folks, okay? That's why it's there for you, okay? And then Freedom Law School has 13 freedom courses, folks, okay? Mid-1990s, I used to teach people just courses, help you stand on your own feet and fish for yourself. That's always been my initial goal. So there's a lot of courses available. This first one, called A Practical Road to Freedom, from Oppressive Taxation and Control, Level 1, a course in law and procedures, is for those of you who are committed to living a free life, folks, okay? You can rent it for free. It's $300 for the last 20 years. You don't have that? Send me $100. I'll get it out to you. You have 3 months or more to review it. If you don't like it, send it back. I'll get your money back, okay? I do not want you to keep the course unless it is everything that you want it to be. 9 classes, the table of contents is in their seat. I know what you're thinking, folks. What's in there is what you want to know and what you need to know. 98% of it is in there, okay? So that is a foundation of every other course or freedom package that Freedom Law School offers, okay? Then, folks, people start telling me in the late 1990s, Peymon, I'm a businessman. You know, I'm a high wage earner. I'm not a guy minimum wage to help do it themselves. Do it for me. I'll pay you. Well, I was reluctant to do so, folks, because I believe in standing on your own feet. But I realized, look, if you're a high wage earner, successful businessman, or going to be, you go to a mechanic to do your car oil. You don't change the oil yourself. You can, but you don't. You don't go fix your air conditioning yourself. You give it to somebody who knows how to do it, right? And do it right. Correct? Well, this is a lot more serious, the IRS, than your car oil or fixing your air conditioning. This is serious stuff. You want to make sure it's done right. So that's why I created the only tax defense funds in the world. On the right side, you see the Simple Freedom Package and the Royal Freedom Package. Again, you don't have to get this Rolls Royce or Ferrari. So I don't want to hear from those of you on 10 to 15 bucks an hour. Say, I can't afford that, but you can too, by the way. But it's there, okay? In these programs, basically, I'll do everything for you. You're going to get education. We're going to send letters to Congress asking to show you where you're wrong about any of this, okay? And give you unlimited consultation. That's right, no limit all year long, as well as a criminal legal defense fund. They're dumb enough to come after you. I'll pay the attorneys, okay? I'll pay the attorneys to defend you with my direction. And then all the letter writings by the IRS, audits, tax court, anything, all done for you by Freedom Law School, okay? All included, so you have these options. You can check them out later. I got to get going. So now, and on these programs, folks, you can make payment plans on all of them. You can put $1,000 and make payment on these folks. As though money is not the issue, freedom is the issue. Now, this is the best part. For some of you, that was like no-brainer. Payment, I'll do that, no problem. But guess what? I want to help those of you who are making only 10, 15 bucks an hour. The young people, when I was 29, when I started this, I want to help not just the businessman that's rich, a millionaire, but all of you. I want you to promote and restore freedom by talking about this with everybody out there. On the Freedom Opportunity Plan that we have, folks, you can get paid for talking about this. Telling people about an income tax reward. Ask people to help you collect it. Yes. Freedom Law School's $300,000 income tax reward. And ask them to please, I need the money. Will you find the law that requires you to file and pay income tax, right? Yeah, that's why I file and pay. And let's split it together. Don't go around me, please. Let's split it together, right? And then follow up with your friends, family members, co-workers. Get $150 for each of you, right? Now, if you get an IRS employee, politicians, lawyer, or judge, I'll double the reward to $600,000. So go with that, and guess what? People are going to want to join Freedom Law School to be free, and you can get paid up $2,000 per referral. But if you get one of our freedom packages, folks, even with a payment plan, I'll double that to $4,000 per referral to Freedom Law School cash. No W-2s, no W-4s, no 1099s. Priority mail envelope will come to you. Oh, bunch of blue and green $100 bills. Okay? I got 1 minute to go, folks. Sorry for being fast. I want to make an hour and a half presentation for you slowly to answer your questions, and then have another half hour or more question and answer sessions. Flyers are being passed around to you at my suite tonight and the next few days until Wednesday morning. Morning and night, I'll be doing in my suite 2402. Right up the elevators, 100 yards away, go up to 4th floor. Okay? I'm going to do more detailed explanations. Be there, folks. I just gave you a teaser. I just gave you opening into getting out the matrix to really know it, folks. Be there, folks. I'll give it to you because the rabbit hole of the matrix is going to get deeper, and you're going to free yourself and help us work together to live the vision of freedom that we wanted and have America and the world be free of income taxes forever. Thank you, and have a good evening.